Guys, Red Hunya, back for another Papo Dinosaur figure review. It's been a couple months now since I've reviewed a Papo Dinosaur figure here on my channel, and I've been meaning to pick up the 3 new Papo figures, which I finally eventually did, but first, reviewing them here now, towards the end of the year. These were released almost the beginning of 2016, I believe, or some point early 2016. I just got around to picking them up pretty recently. The Caprasuchus, the Feathered Velociraptor, and the one that's getting reviewed today, the Baryonyx, right in front of me. So, I've been actually wanting to rip this guy out of the package for some time, and since I'm going to be reviewing him now, I say, let's get it going. I don't think I'll need a knife. Tear the plastic. Oh, beautiful. Baryonyx was a theropod dinosaur that lived back during the early Cretaceous period, near the 130 to 125 million years ago. It's also in the same class as Spinosaurus. The only major difference between Baryonyx and Spinosaurus, if it isn't deadly obvious, is the spine on his back. Baryonyx does not have a spine on his back, but other than that, it's basically almost looks just like, very similar to Spinosaurus, with its huge crocodilian-like mouth here and large hand claws. And a fun fact, Baryonyx's name actually translates out to be heavy claw. I think you can see why. He's got some pretty nasty looking finger claws there for catching fish, along with his huge mouth, and just that head sculpt is amazing. Papo again nails a grand slam out of the park in terms of detail. And also, this mouth, like most Papo figures, the jaw articulates and his mouth opens really friggin' huge. So beautiful looking. Oh my god, I love it. Papo, I love it, I love it. And you can expect all that extremely high detailed on the inside of the mouth stuff that Papo always does. It even has like that wet look on the inside with the gloss feeling they put in there. Really nice. I freaking love the way this figure looks. Crazy detail here on this figure the entire way down. I've heard some people aren't really a fan of the paint color choices here. He does have some really oddly colored orange up towards his head there and the back of his tail. But the rest of the figure seems like it's pretty somewhat realistic looking colors here. If you take away the orange, this gray and this almost browny color they mixed in, it really works with the figure. I like the colors. Like I said, I've heard some people weren't really too crazy about the orange here, which I can understand, but for me, it works. I don't know why, but it works. I like it. It's not like the entire figure's orange. It's just a few little patches of orange to give it like some kind of a thing so it stands out. I enjoy it. He also, even here, almost has this like really light blue splotch here up by his eyes. The camera picks that up. Yeah, you can see it. Really nice. I wish the arms articulated, but I don't think they do. It would have been kind of cool if they did. But not a huge deal here. Here on the other side. The head on the other side. So awesome. You can even see his nostrils. They even sculpted in right there. Really amazing. Love these little spikes on the bottom of his jaw. Just look at the teeth too. I love it, Papo. He even has these little spiky ridges going down the entire figure, all the way to the end of the tail. Definitely not a figure you want to leave out on the ground, so if someone steps on this is really going to hurt if someone steps on this. Mine's going in a display case. Really awesome. If you buy this figure new, that's off Amazon, or if you could find them in a store, most of the time the Papo Dinosaurs come with this plastic bottom to keep the legs from warping during shipping. Keep this plastic bottom for the figure if you ever need to transport it again or just throw it away. We do have a little bit of a tripod dinosaur here. He doesn't really stand on his own 2 feet. He kind of stands, well, he does stand on his own 2 feet, but it's more so he's balanced up with the back end of his tail right down here is what keeps him up. I have seen photos of some people that have gotten this figure to stand by itself like this without having the tail on the ground, but even still, the tripod dinosaur doesn't really bug me that much, because I mean, it's only like a couple inches it moves down. Like, it's a difference between this and a difference between that. Ooh, such a huge difference. It's tripod dinosaur, now it's not. Tripod dinosaur, now it's not. But either way, not a huge deal here. You have the tag on this leg for Papo. And then you have the other Papo tag here on this leg. Papo. I don't rip those off just because I'm that kind of a nerdy collector that doesn't do that. I'm still like just in awe of this figure. The detail that Papo always does into these is really amazing. He has some brown striping underneath the bottom of his neck. Really nice. He almost has a chest-looking muscles right here. Really cool. And just all the scales that they sculpt in that Papo does. Like, oh, just take that in for a second. It goes down the entire figure. Really, really nice. And even they spared no expense here on his feet, on his toe claws, and everything. If you're into Papo, you should know what you're getting into with this figure and the detail they put in. I really love this figure to death. I'm so glad I finally have this in my collection, and it's going in my display case with all my other Papos. Just look at that head. Amazing. Baryonyx, Spinosaurus' little brother. What I like to call. Another main issue some people had with this figure was the size. Some people say it's way oversized. I'm not sure exactly how true that is, but I think it's kind of true because I'm not 100% positive, but I don't think Baryonyx grew to be the size of a Tyrannosaurus. I know Baryonyx grew somewhat large. He was like a medium-sized dinosaur, but I never pictured him being almost exactly the size of a T-Rex here. Almost maybe even slightly bigger, just because the stance this Baryonyx is in. It's a very active stance. He's looking forward with his head slightly turned a little to the left. But yeah, that's how he stands right next to the Papo T-Rex. And then hold on here. We'll get Spinosaurus here, and you have 3 huge giant Papos here. Really awesome. The Papo Spinosaurus and the Papo Baryonyx just go together. I mean, they could stand side by side. One just looks like it's very Jurassic Park 3 inspired, and the other actually just looks like Papo went and did their own thing, kinda. But I kind of like that, because I do like the head sculpt on the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus, even though I'm not the biggest Spinosaurus fan of all time. I do like the head look that Jurassic Park 3 gave him. But I also, in turn, like this look more, because it looks like he has a lot more going on. He's got like all these little lumps, bumps, ridges, and spikes coming everywhere, and it's just really nice. Really, really nice. I mean, I shouldn't even be shocked saying that, because Papo, I feel, always delivers really high quality and highly detailed dinosaur figures. So, yes, I'd give the Baryonyx a definite pass. You should pick him up if you love what Papo does. The Papo Baryonyx is another great addition to the Papo Dinosaur family. You really can't go wrong adding him to the collection, I feel like. Granted, he is a little oversized, a little bit, I feel like. They could have made him slightly a little bit smaller. Maybe if he came down to about somewhere here on the T-Rex instead of almost head high with the T-Rex. But either way, that's not a huge gripe that I'm pointing that out. It's just what I've noticed people complaining about was the stance, the colors of the figure, and the size of the figure. And all 3 of those issues don't really actually bug me much here, because I don't know, I just really like the way this thing looks. And if you are a Papo fan that uses your Papo Dinosaurs for dioramas, you can get some really, really cool shots of this Baryonyx standing in a river or catching fish, using its big jaw to catch fish like Spino does. That jaw just opens up huge. Insane. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and subscribe for more Jurassic Park and dinosaur figure reviews. I'm sorry I didn't get this video up last week like I intended. Was a little busy with the holidays around, so I hope everyone understands. But I will be back making videos next week, and I will be here on Christmas also and New Year's, so I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be reviewing the last 3 Jurassic World Basher and Biter hybrids. So yeah, and I also have the 2 other Papo figures to review. So definitely some more stuff coming here, guys. Thank you for tuning in and supporting me. Red Hunya signing out for now. Everyone have a great weekend and happy early holidays. I'll see you later. Take care.